Welcome to episode 5 of Lex Manifest. My name is Lex. This is my manifestation. Today's episode is called How to Protect Your Energy. Energy is flying all over the place. From the news to social media to articles with really clickbaity titles that subconsciously start to program the way we think even without clicking into the article. And then to family that we may not get along the best with, all the way to legitimate energy vampires. All of us are energetic vampires at some moments in this life, and we drain the energy of the people around us. This often happens unintentionally when we're seeking something outside of ourselves. Whether that's validation or love or whatever it may be, when we go out into the world seeking people we can get things from, we're literally looking to get energy off of other people. And depending on the situation, that can lead us to becoming energy vampires to other people around us. This happens all the time. And the best we can do is be aware of when it's happening and to work to not do that to the people around us. The best way to not be an energy vampire is to love yourself authentically, not seek validation outside of yourself. Know within yourself that you are whole and you don't need somebody else to prove that to you or to give you some sort of feedback for you to feel a certain way, and to approach the world looking for ways we can give instead of what we can get. When it comes to energy vampires, the ones you really want to avoid are the ones who are doing it intentionally. It's a very unfortunate reality, but there are people who know what they're doing and do this intentionally. Most people, fortunately, fall into the category of accidental energy vampires from time to time. Have you ever walked into a room or been in someone's presence and just feel off or drained or suddenly feel very tired? These are signs of energetic drain. Again, most of the time it's unintentional, but you'll likely get an especially icky feeling if the person doing it is doing it intentionally. Another way to be energetically drained would be binging too much bad news or spending too much time on social media, or even binge watching true crime documentaries and then experiencing heightened anxiety and fear. I'll admit, I did that the last couple days, and it's wild how your perception can shift even just after a day or two of exposure to things that are of a significantly lower frequency. While environment and what we expose ourselves to does play a big role, and you may do well by removing yourself from the situation or the source of that energetic drain, there's also tons of techniques you can use to protect yourself energetically. And I'm not talking about surrounding yourself with white light, although this can be effective if you do it with a lot of intention and focus and you really believe it's working. We're going to get way more specific and a lot more direct. I'm going to share some of my favorite energy protection techniques. The one I use the most is making myself energetically invisible. And there's a few ways to do this. As you get good at this technique, you can actually test it. Say you're in a room with somebody who's looking at you and you do your technique and just see if they look away as if you're not even there. Another way to test it is to do the technique before entering a space and then see if anybody notices you. What you want to do is start to expand your awareness to feel your energy around you. We all have an aura or an energetic field that is around us, and start to feel how far out you can feel your energy go. Like, does it go out a few feet? Does it continue further? Where does your aura end? It's probably a lot bigger than you think. But for the sake of the exercise, just feel it out. See where you can feel your energy ends. And then what you want to do is pull that energy super close. Bring it in so it's just around your body, almost like a second skin. And then affirm, I am invisible now. The biggest trick is leaning into the actuality of being energetically invisible, knowing it's working, believing it's possible, and spoiler alert, it is. And you can even have fun with it. Envision a cloak of invisibility, like a cloak that comes around you. This will actually help you hold your energy in close. And yes, I'm talking just like Harry Potter. Another technique is protective shields. And there's tons of different energetic shields you can utilize. It really comes down to personal preference, trying them out, and seeing which one works for you. And these can always be adjusted to whatever resonates the most for you. One type of shield would be flames, where any bad or unwanted energy that's coming into your space just burns off before it ever touches your energy system. Another protective shield could be a Teflon-like surface, where the bad or unwanted energy literally slides off. It hits the shield that's on the outside of your energy and just slides right off, never even touches you. Another protective shield can be a literal mirror, putting a mirror up around you so that any incoming energy is reflected directly back to the sender. You can also do a rubberized protective field where the energy just bounces right off. Another really cool one is transformative energy, where any bad or unwanted energies that come in transform the second they hit your shield and turn into something beautiful and get sent right back to source as the building blocks of reality. Another really powerful technique, and personally this one really took me a while to embody and get the hang of, but standing firmly in your power and saying no to the energy, to the unwanted engagement, to anything, just saying no and being firm in that and standing strong in that answer. This actually reminded me when I was living in Vancouver. I got home one night and there was a guy stumbling down the street, visibly drunk and just not good energy. And suddenly I saw his energy fixate right at me and he walks directly towards me. And I literally put my finger up and was like, no, and turned and walked around him. And he was so stunned. He just went, what? And then kept walking. And it was one of those situations where maybe it would have been fine. The energy he had was definitely intense, but as soon as he received a very firm, direct no, everything shifted. While it was kind of weird, it was a really cool experience to see how powerful one single word said with complete conviction can be. Another thing to start practicing is sensing the energy around you and sensing when something that might feel off isn't necessarily coming from you. And maybe it's actually coming from something or someone else. Not everything we feel is authentically our own. And that's a whole other podcast in and of itself. Shout out to my empaths who were forced to figure this out for the sake of sanity. So again, 3 very powerful techniques to protect your energy is 1, make yourself invisible energetically. I like to affirm I am only visible to those in co-resonance with my highest self. I am completely invisible to anything of lower frequency that does not have my best interest in mind. I am invisible now. Use your different shields, whether flames, mirrors, Teflon, rubber, or something that transforms works for you. And I know the white light and the colors are very powerful and people may be in the habit of doing that, and that is phenomenal. These can actually be coupled with that. You don't have to just choose one. You can layer your protection. You can pick. Maybe there's something else that works even better for you. Explore with it. See what works. Protect your energy. And lastly, standing in your power and firmly affirming no to any unwanted energies that are coming your way with absolute conviction for whatever the bad thing or the unwanted energy is, it's just no longer even a reality. Thank you so much for listening to episode 5 of Lex Manifest. I'd love to hear more about ways that you protect yourself energetically. Please leave a comment, let me know. I've decided I'm going to be releasing these podcasts every first and third Tuesday of the month. This gives me a little bit more time to really prepare the content. I'm learning as I go and finding that weekly might just be a little too much here at the beginning while I'm getting my footing. So I'm shifting. Maybe in the future I'll go back to weekly, but right now, the first and third Tuesdays of the month is feeling in alignment for me. I hope you have a wonderful next couple weeks, and I will catch you on the next episode.